Once again, good morning. While Jesus was traveling back to Jerusalem, he would happen to pass by through Samaria. And Jesus was spending a lot of time in Samaria to preach, to show the love of God and everything. Yet, when he was instructing some of his men, his disciples, to go ahead of him and to prepare the way, the people of Samaria was unwilling to show kani matawag nato sa Pilipino pa nga kanang pagka maabi-abihon ba? Na term ba na sa English but I forgot the term. But the disciples, upon hearing all of this, they were so insulted. Na-insulto sila kay, after all these things nga ginabuhat ni Christ, witness and with his disciples, pero wala sila napakita og hospitality. That's the word. The disciples felt so insulted with the attitude of the people of Samaria. Kung atong tanawon gamay ang background sa mga Israelites with the relationship with the Samaritan, they have this ancient 100 of years of conflict. 100 of years of conflict. Tungod kay kining Samaria sa una, during sa time ni Solomon, under ni sa ilang territory. Pero when Assyrian Empire invade Samaria, they introduced Baal, the god of the foreign gods. And the Jews hate Samaria so much because they welcome Baal and worship Baal even during their time. So, Jesus preached there and have done great things in their favor, yet cannot even welcome them properly in spite of what they have done. So it's like repaying evil with good. That's the thing nga ginabuhat sa Samaria. O, this is not right, Lord, ingon ang iyang mga disciples. This is not right. Ingon din sila, Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven to consume them? Then Jesus turned around and rebuked them and said, no. Insa gusto ba nimo, Lord, nga magtawag mi og kalayo sa langit para hagbungan sila og kalayo og kanon sila sa kalayo ang taga Samaria? How come nga wala sila na binuutan nimo? And Jesus turned around and said, ayaw mo ka high blood, kalma lang. Maigsoon, brothers and sisters, this is very human response to disciples. I was pondering on this and I thought to myself that even maybe me, kung naa ako dadto nga time, basin inana pud ako batasan. That would be my immediate response also. If you remember, if you can still recall, one of the passages of the gospel, Jesus called the Samaritan dogs. Iro. When Jesus was in Samaria, and there was this woman whose daughter was possessed with the demons, and she went to Jesus and begged, Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me because my daughter is this possessed by the demon. And Jesus said in reply, it is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the dog. Jesus called them dogs. Meaning, kung tanawon nimo siya, it sounds so rude. Meaning, people who are outside of the covenant. Ingon siya, I am only called for the people of Israel. And the Samaritan woman replied that even Lord, the dogs eat the crumbs under his master's table. Bisan gali Ginoo kami nga mga iro, so to speak, nga imong gidatawag, we are willing to eat the crumbs under sa mga mumho, ulog diya sa lamisa sa agalon. And Jesus turned to that woman and said, your daughter has been healed. Tungod kay Jesus was so impressed with the faith of that woman. Yet these disciples was asking to prepare, to show some hospitality because we'll be passing through your village and we are going to Jerusalem. Yet these people, the same people whom Christ showed mercy and grace, was unwilling to welcome him. O yung mga disciples, Lord, let us ask the heaven to send fire and consume on them. And Jesus turned to them and said, no, don't do that. How many of us acted the same? Pila ba sa ato mga igsuon karon nga inanapod ang atong batasan? We want to see people punish ASAP. Kung naay mga katawilian sa gobyerno, gusto na to, diya dayon, ipunish sila for them to be awakened, to show forth to the people nga, this is wrong. And this must be this punishment. Kaya ang people of promise, the people of Israel, are used to, if you obey, you will be blessed, and if you will disobey, you will be cursed. That is the sanction, that is the law of Israel. Pila ba sa ato karon maigsuon nga having that the same attitude? Labi na gyud sa mga dato. Labi na typical ng mga Pilipino, di ba? If you can heard and witness some rich men nga mga rude kayo mga batasan, moingon din nga, I don't know if you heard, mga patay gutom, di ba? Gipakaon sa akong mga kamot, pati siko kanon pa. Have you heard that? So, mga inana ang mga batasan ba nga gusto na yung tata manimalos. Gusto na to i-implement dayon ang atong kasuko. We want to release, what movie, release the Kraken. Laban na sa in our political, if you're in favor of that certain candidate and this party wins the election, unsa may tabo sa imo? Moingon nito mga tuta sa kilid, aw, busing ka na, wala nagbutar nimo. No vote, ibot, Tom Jones na. Happy term election, di ba? Uso kaya na sa Pilipinas ka nang dili na ato. Ayaw na kipa. Kanina sila, Lord. How many of us possess the same attitude today? But Jesus turned to them and said, don't. Ayaw. Ayaw mo kasuko. Ayaw mo panimalos. If you heard the book of Acts chapter 1 verse 8, it says, but this was during the ascension of Jesus. When Jesus was about to be taken up into heaven, hapit na siya ni kayab sa langit, kaya nag-spend na siya of 40 days on earth. He said, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witness in Jerusalem, in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. Even Samaria was been mentioned by Jesus during the time of His ascension. In siya, kamo, mahimo mong witness in Jerusalem, in Samaria, and to the uttermost part of the earth. Then Christ was taken into heaven. Brothers and sisters, my son, your enemy, ang atong mga kontra, nga atong giisip nga kontra, your traitors, ang mga tao nga atong giisip nga nagluib nato, your haters and your bashers sa Facebook nga magposta daghan kay mga suko or daghan nagpadungog sa ato, they are part of God's eternal plan. They are part of God's vast eternal plan. Look at them with compassion. Compassion and compassion. That is the heart of God, and that is the heart of Jesus. Gusto ni Jesus Christ nga tan-aw na to sila the way He sees it, the way He loves them, through the eyes of Christ. Look at your brothers and sisters, katong mga enemy, whom you think nga atong enemy, whom you think traitors, whom you think hates you and bash you. Look at them with compassion. Please stand.